Hello, guys. It's your girl, Steph Perez. Welcome to tonight's live stream. Say hello as you're popping on. Hello. All right, we are going to kick off tonight. Tonight really is for the newer person. My entire business really is for the newer person who has yet to make a solid $10,000 in their business. And or for the person that is looking to get to solid like $10,000 spurts of income in their business, and or even growing their business to $10,000 months. But tonight I really wanted to focus in on how to get started and how to approach your business and look at your business and navigate your business as a complete brand new person. And I'm going to take you like by the hand and really like talk to you from a place of like you're getting started right now. Because what I'm finding is that compared to how I got started, and I'm not saying that I got started like the perfect way or like I'm the prototype of somebody getting started, but I did make my first sale in 3 days of being online. And I did make 28 sales in my first 30 days of being online. And I did something very different than the majority of people I see that get started now. And I just want you to know that you have an option and that you have a choice in the way that you decide to get started. So as you're popping on, say hello. Would love to say hello back to you. Tonight, definitely make sure you grab a notebook and you grab a pen because, again, I'm going to leave you in a very, very inspired and empowered place where literally you can take action on what I'm going to share with you today or tonight, I should say. And I'll tell you really who this is for. It's not just for the person that is new or, a newbie or who hasn't made a whole lot of money yet or is really trying to figure out their way. Yes, all of those things are true. But this is really for the person that's like, I just need to know that if I take action in a certain way, that I can in fact get a result. Like that's really who this is for. Because if you bring doubt, if you bring any level of confusion, if you try to overcomplicate this thing, if you try to make up a bunch of excuses for why this won't work for you, if you are not a doer, like this is for the person that's literally like, just tell me what to do and I will do it. And they have complete faith in the actual process because they know the process is being hand delivered to them by someone who does walk the walk, knows what is up, and has actually worked a plan like this in her own business to get her business started many years ago. And in my business right now, right, yes, I've been online a long time, and I would really struggle to try to use like what's happening in my business now as an example for you if it weren't for the fact that so many of my sales right now are happening from people that are just discovering my content. That's big. That means the playing field is level. And I want to do my very, very best to make sure that newer people in this space that are just getting started or that like need the courage to get started, knowing that they can actually do this. I just want to pave the path and I want more people, or should I say break down the path. The path has already been paved, right? But really break it down and share it so that you don't just get hyped up over the amount of money you know what's available for you out there, because there's plenty of people that are making money. You don't need to be convinced that you can make money. There's plenty of people out there that are making money. I think if you're like a lot of people, you need to be convinced that the process can work for you and that there is a way to actually get started faster than most people and step into a place of getting results for yourself. But if you don't believe that you can get results for yourself, if you don't believe that anything will work for you, then it won't work for you because you're bringing the energy into what it is that you do. And that takes away something from your action. So tonight, these steps are definitely for the person that's like, I'm just waiting to hear exactly what to do and I'll do it and I will be about it. All right. So if you're out there live right now, like type in the live chat, like I'm ready to be about it. Because I'm telling you, this game plan works if you decide to work it. Tonight's title, anyone can use this plan to hit their first $10,000 online selling digital products. All right. So grab your notebook and grab your pen. As we've been talking about like all month long, I've been called to show up every day and really talk about how the steps are the steps. All right. The steps are always the steps. We've got to follow the steps no matter what we might put on top of it or what extra stuff we might bring to the plate, or we might talk about mindset or talk about blocks or, talk about what we're going to talk about today, you're going to see how the steps are still the steps. And the more that you can get in tune with the steps, the better off you will be. All right. So let's just talk about the steps real quick. All right. Number one, you got to decide to get the training. All right. The training that you should decide to invest into should not be partial training. It shouldn't just be something that touches the surface or that kind of just gives you a peek into something. You want the training to have everything that you need so that you can start making money. All right. You don't want to be confused, or you don't want to feel shortchanged. Like, okay, I didn't get everything that I needed. And so like you feel like you're being left empty-handed, or again, you don't have all the information and all the facts. So you want to make sure that the training you invest into is going to teach you literally how to get set up for online business success, so that after you complete the training or you go through certain, modules or lessons, like you really feel like you can get out there and you have enough to begin taking action. So some of the things you really want to make sure that you have is like, are you being taught how to create a money getting system? Are you being taught how to create content? Are you being taught how to show up on and choose your individual platform? Are you being taught how to set up an email marketing list for yourself? Like, are you being taught, the fundamentals? So whatever you decide to invest into for training, you want to make sure literally you are being set up for online business success. All right, that you can dive in, get what you need, and have confidence that you have what you need to begin making money online. All right, number two, you're going to then use what it is that you learned in your training to begin selling a high-in-demand digital product that solves a high pain point for your ideal person. Again, anytime we're talking about wanting to do things fast or get faster results or make money quicker, we don't want to position our business or ourselves to have to overcome a bunch of objections. We don't want to have to convince people that they should buy our products and our services, right? That we don't want to convince them that they need our digital product or they need our course or whatever it is that we're selling. We want people when we speak and we share, they're like, I want that, right? I want that. This is what I need. This is what I've been looking for. This is what I've been praying for. I'm so glad I ran across your channel. Those are the things that I'm so blessed to have happen with my content. So I'm never convincing someone. I'm never trying to trick someone to do business with me. I'm never having to convince or to sell what it is that I do. I just present it, right? Why? Because my digital product, and every single one of my digital products, it solves a pain point, or it leans into a desire that my ideal person has. And so they can actually see why it makes so much sense to buy whatever it is that I'm selling, which makes the selling a heck of a lot easier for me, which is why I say I can have people that are buying from me that are just discovering my YouTube channel days prior, right? In some instances, maybe a week or two prior. But that tells you that clearly I'm offering something that is in high demand, which allows me to make money a heck of a lot easier and faster inside of my business. So now we're not talking about having to go through weeks in between sales, but literally to the point where I know in a very, very short span of time, it's going to be daily sales in this way coming in, right? That's huge. That's absolutely huge. Okay. So you want to make sure that your digital product is high in demand and that it solves a pain point for your ideal person, right? Or it leans into a desire that they have, where it literally, write this down. It's it's a no-brainer. They're like, of course I want this. And of course I want it from you. Those are the two dynamics you want people to be able to say. And the main content of tonight, I'm going to give you the formula to make people say, I not only want what you have to offer, but I want it from you. And buying it from no one else is going to make sense for me. I want it from you. All right. So again, this is really for the newbie, which is anyone who hasn't either already made $10,000 online, right? Or is not earning consistent spurts of $10,000, right? Consistent patterns of $10,000 inside of their business, okay? Or someone that's ready to reach $10,000 months in their business as well. All right. Number three, you then want to set up your automations. So you want to make sure that when someone comes across your information, they have the opportunity to get more information and become a lead and also buy from you as well. All right. So in my business, I have GoProWithSteph.com. I have a business of my own.com, which is my MRR store, all automated. Every single time someone goes to those sites, they have the opportunity to become a lead. They have an opportunity to purchase, and I don't have to worry about fulfillment. Every single one of my products automatically fulfills, whether I'm asleep, whether I'm not able to run my business, whether I'm away. No one is waiting for me to deliver their digital products. So you want to make sure you have systems of automation set up so that you can move into the last phase, right? Which is your money-making phase, right? Your income producing activity phase, which is choosing a platform to grow on, right? So I create content on YouTube, and the content that I create provides value and insight and inspiration to my ideal person. All right. When they like what I have to share and they realize they want what I have to sell, or they're interested to learn more, they hit up my automated systems down below in my description. And that's where they can learn everything they need to learn. So when you choose your platform, that is how you gain awareness. That is how people learn about you, right? They can't buy from you if they don't know you. Like Grant Cardone says, if people don't know you, they can't flow you. And write this down. One of the biggest issues with the majority of people that are in business, why they're failing, is obscurity. Not enough people know about you. You please write this down. Like I'm encouraging you to write down everything I say tonight. It's that kind of night. You want to fight like Dickens to get your business out of obscurity. Like that should be your goal in 2024. That should be your goal in February. That should be your goal next month, is to fight like Dickens to get your business out of obscurity. If you are not generating leads / opt-ins on a daily basis, Houston, we have a problem. Okay. You want to stop. You want to ask questions. You want to get the mentorship. You want to get the guidance, right? Like, come to me. If I'm your person, come to me. Right? Let's figure out what's going on, because it's just not right? Your business is not growing. And so I don't just show up to share the fluff and to get you excited. I also want you to take a look at your business, because if certain things aren't happening, if certain pistons aren't firing, right? Your vehicle is not moving. Your business is not moving. And that's not okay. And you've got to know that's not okay, so you can figure out what to fix, right? So that your business can begin moving forward. All right. If you're newer to my world, I hope you can already see and feel that I don't come to play, right? I come to, yes, I do want to get you hyped up over the idea of how much money is available for you to make. Yes, I want to get you hyped up over the idea that you can begin making it happen for yourself right now. But I also want to be very, very realistic. This is not for the weak. It's not for the person that doesn't want to learn. It's not for the person that doesn't want to apply. It's not for the person that doesn't want to get better. It's not for the person that is unwilling to invest in themselves. It's not for the person that is okay with staying the same as they were last year or even last week. It is for the person, right, that literally has a growth mindset, right? A growth mindset. And I want to help you set your expectations properly so that you step into this in the right way. All right. So those are always the steps that we follow. We don't deviate from those. Those are the steps. You follow those steps day in and day out, your business will move forward. All right. Your business will move forward. So tonight, what we're going to talk about is we're really going to hone in on the person that is newer, because I want you to get out of your head anything that might be holding you back for why you think this has to take like a certain span of time. Like you think it's okay to show up and do something for 6 months and not get a result, or to think that, oh, it's okay not to make sales, for 6 months or for a year or whatever. It's not a realistic expectation to think that way. Can sometimes that be the reality? Yes. To step onto the scene and to expect that? No, you don't want that. All right. And so I'm going to show you how you can step onto the scene no matter where you are right now, and how you can approach your business different, or begin to approach your business different, navigate your business different than all of the things, right? To literally call in the results that you desire. All right. So someone say ready. Let me know if you're ready. As you can tell, I'm on fire tonight. And you guys, I'm on fire because I know it's possible. I'm on fire because I know what it feels like and what it looks like to go from a subpar business, right, to a business that is on fire. And I want it for more people. And I want more people to know they don't have to wait. They don't have to lowball this. They don't have to play small. Like, when we're waiting, I'm not quite sure what we're waiting for. And so I just really, really want to help you realize that you can decide to step into this right now, and you can decide to command results. If that is what you want, you can decide to command results. Thank you, Megan. Megan says she's ready, so I'm ready to flow. All right. You guys, the first step. So the title tonight is anyone can use this plan. The plan is starting right now. Okay, the plan is starting right now. What I talked about earlier are the steps that are always the steps for anyone that wants to be successful online in business. Right? Tonight, we're going to break down the plan. I said, tonight is for newbies, right? To hit their first $10,000 online selling digital products. So step number one, okay? You always start with some sort of investment, all right? You start with some kind of investment into a digital product to learn from, all right? Always, 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 okay? And this is why this is so important, okay? You do yourself an incredible disservice by not investing into you. You do yourself an incredible disservice by not investing into you. Why should someone ever decide to invest into you if you're not willing to invest into you first? When you start off by investing into yourself, no matter how small or how big that investment is, believe it or not, it puts you in position to be able to require others to do the same with integrity. This is why I can show up every day, do what I do, and it's not a big thing to say $500 into the course that I offer is a smart investment, because I would do it over and over and over again. I would pay $500 a month if that's what it took to access this course, because I know what it does for my business. I would not have the integrity to tell people to do anything that I would not be willing to do myself. And believe it or not, that shows in our marketing. It shows in the way that we show up. So when you don't invest in yourself to kick off your business, again, I don't care how small or I don't care how big, you do yourself an incredible disservice on so many levels. Okay, so step one, you have to invest in yourself, okay? And when you're invested into yourself, you're invested into something that's going to be teaching you. Remember the very, very first step, get the training. The steps are always the steps. So you're investing into something that's giving you instruction, that's providing guidance, right? That's helping you get set up for online business success, okay? Number two, write these things down, all right? And if someone is out there, like if you're able here, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. But someone write down the first step. All right. Always start with some kind of investment into yourself. So just type in invest. Step number two. The next step is to begin to dive in and to learn from that digital product. This is not the time where we go and invest into a digital product and it's somewhere on our computer and we're off scrolling Instagram. Ouch. We're scrolling TikTok. Ouch. We are watching a bunch of videos or live streams. Ouch. We're contemplating making another purchasing investment in our business. Ouch. No. I'm going to use words. Again, these are like big boy, big girl words. But when you use them in your business and the action that you take, your business changes. Heck, your life can even change. But once you've made the investment, we're not just investing to say we've invested. We're investing because it's like, as soon as I buy this thing, I'm going to start diving in. Like, that's how you should feel. Like, oh my gosh, like my steps are right here to help me become a millionaire. That's how you should feel. Yes, it was only 500. Yes, it was only 58. Yes, it was only 100. Like whatever it may be, but your thing should be, oh my gosh, like I just invested into something, right? That is going to help me come off my job. Or that's going to help me make X amount of dollars, or that's going to help me get set up for online business success. As a side note, do you guys see why I've said that anytime I invest into something, I never go into it like I really hope this is it. I already know it's it. I already know it's going to help me accomplish the thing that it said it's going to help me accomplish, or I would have never made the investment. I'm smart enough, and so are each and every one of you. You should never go into anything saying, Veronica, I'm trusting you, girl. Your video sold me. Don't let me down. I would never say that to anyone. Why? Because that's not Veronica's job. Veronica's job is to present the information. My job is to say, you know what? Veronica's onto something. I'm going to look into this product. And if I feel good, if I give myself a go, I'm going for it. Veronica is released of all obligation, unless she's the one providing a service to me. Very, very different. But we're talking about a digital product. She's not responsible. She has zero obligation to me. And maybe this is a wake-up call for some of y'all out there that maybe have put too much on me for your success, or too much on anyone for your success. You invest into anything because you're like, this is what I need. This is in my best interest. And then you have the integrity to learn from what you actually invest in immediately. Speed of implementation is key. Please write that down. Which means what you invested in relation to your goal should have high priority. There should be nothing else that you are, trying to do, or highest priority. All right. So here's a couple examples. If you were to invest in the roadmap, right? And let's say like you don't know how to navigate, the roadmap is robust. That's why I do office hours, because when people get started, there is no one size fits all. The way Megan might want to attack the roadmap might be different than the way Veronica wants to attack the roadmap. The way I attacked the roadmap is different than a lot of people attack the roadmap, because I was coming from a different place when I got involved in the roadmap. And so it's important to have someone in your corner that when you make such an investment, they at least have space for you to be able to show up or ask questions and say, how should I get started? This is my direction. This is where I want to go. Let me tell y'all something. In February, I opened up a couple of one-on-one spots in my Voxer to work with people that purchased the roadmap. And one of the ladies, her name is Candace, she took action, right? Her comment was hilarious. She's like, wait a second. And it's like I could feel her attitude with it. Wait a second. So you're telling me I buy the roadmap, I get your one-on-one help, and like within like seconds, it felt like she had bought. But I said, yeah, that's correct. But what I love, and here's such a great example on this, and I'm not saying that you need one-on-one access to someone, but you don't want to go on this by yourself. I don't understand why anyone would do anything knowing they don't have like a mentor at least to be able to bounce ideas off of. So this is someone that has a little bit more experience than a lot of people that get started with the roadmap. So she has her own established online business, right? Completely different industry. And she needed to make sense of how, like what way she wanted to go about this. And so I heard her out and I gave her some guidance on it. Well, she decided that she was going to go ahead and put the roadmap together so she could sell it as her own. Now, she couldn't even finish getting it set up before somebody was asking her about what she was doing. She told them what she was doing, and they said, well, they kept checking in with her. Is it ready to buy? Can I buy? Can I pay you? Can I buy from you? She's already made her first sale. See, I'm confident, right? That had she just like purchased and just tried to figure this out on her own, I don't believe her path would have led her down the same way. Because I heard the confusion. I heard that like, I have so much going on. I don't even know how I want this to fit in. Do I just want to learn from it? So expansive, right? But it's still your responsibility to figure out how to dive in and get what you need out of it. So it's something like the roadmap, get with your mentor, right? And figure out a path that you need to follow and then follow that path. All right. I say that for something like the roadmap because the roadmap is robust, right? And there are so many paths that you can get started and travel down depending upon where you are in business and life and what you want out of it. Now, if you purchase something like a done for you digital product, right, that's teaching you something, or something smaller, like a smaller course, then just go from start to finish. All right. Let me know if I'm really helping you here. Just go start to finish. Read the doggone book from start to finish. All right. And do what the book tells you to do. Do what the course tells you to do. Okay. But you got to dive in and you got to begin learning the speed of implementation. Because guess what? You were already smart enough to invest. Therefore, you know it's going to work for you because you're going to do the work. Make sense? Like you've already experienced a transformation at transaction because you established something that you know is going to get you to where you want to go and you invested in it. Why would you not follow through? Why would you not learn from it? Okay, that's step number 2. Step number 3. Okay, so as you dive in, this is how I want you to look at what you're consuming and what you're learning. You're going to learn. You're going to acquaint yourself. You're going to gain inspiration. You're going to gain direction. You're going to gain guidance. You're going to gain insight. You're going to gain ideas. I just want you to be open to what you are actually receiving and not to approach it like a robot. All right. You're going to understand why this is so important to your journey and helping you get to your first $10,000, right? Selling your very own digital product. Okay. You're going to understand why this step is so important. Okay. So as you're going through, whether it's modules in the roadmap, whether it's, lessons or pages in an ebook or in a micro course, you're going to learn from it. Acquaint yourself with the process and what's really being said. Gain inspiration from it, right? Gain some ideas, direction, guidance, insight, all of it. Just allow yourself to be a sponge instead of thinking it's an exact thing. Okay? Really, really important. I'll tell you why in just a moment. Okay? The next thing you're going to do, if you think you know the next thing to do, type it in the chat. If you think you know the next thing, and be okay with being wrong, right? But do you think you know the next thing to do? We're going to invest in ourselves and purchase something that we know we're going to learn from, that we know is going to help us with our next levels. We're going to commit to diving in. We're going to have the integrity to dive in. And while we're diving in and we're following our path of getting through what we've got to get through in this, we're allowing ourselves to learn and acquaint ourselves with what's going on and what this process is, right? Gain inspiration, direction, guidance, ideas. What do you think the next step is from there? Okay, Veronica says content creation. And Veronica is correct. You're going to then pick a platform, okay? I'm going to shock some of you guys right now. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, Steph, clutch the pearls. I cannot believe you're telling me to do this. I was hoping that you were going to share 50 gazillion steps before you told me that I had to get out there and start creating content. Y'all know I'm telling the truth, right? You're like, you were just hoping I was going to keep you behind the scenes, right? For 50 gazillion steps. No, boo-boo. Okay. Your first $10,000 online can come faster than you know. Okay, if you would do what the average person will not do, what the ordinary person will not do, if you will decide to be extraordinary, okay, if you will decide to be spectacular, if you will decide that while you are learning, acquainting yourself, gaining inspiration, getting ideas, gaining direction and guidance and insight, that you just can't contain yourself, and more people need to know this, and more people need to experience this. If that's the feeling that you have, right, you're in the right church and you're in the right pew. You don't need to bottle that in. You don't need to delay sharing that. It's wasted if you do, because you are never going to regain that inspiration. That energy, you don't regain it. I'm telling you, I've done it time and time again, where I will table an idea. And then when I would go, I'm like, what did this even mean? I would look at it and I'm like, what did this even mean? I don't have a reference of what I was supposed to talk about. There have been times where I gave myself elaborate notes and the feeling was not the same when I went to deliver it. So you don't want to sit here and begin to learn and go through this beautiful process and sit here and table all of these things that you're experiencing. This is called your journey. And all I know is my first 28 sales in my first 30 days, it came because I shared my journey. I shared my discoveries every single day as I was learning, acquainting, gaining inspiration, gaining direction, gaining guidance, gaining insight. I shared that with people because I couldn't contain it. I couldn't believe that what I had my hands on. And I wanted more people to know this is available to you. If you're tired of this, this is available to you. If you want to go here with me, this is available to you. So step number 4 is you're going to pick a platform right from the beginning and get set up to share your journey. Pick a platform right from the beginning and get set up to share your journey. You did say you want to get to your first $10,000, right? Did you mean you wanted to take you all year long? Or that you wanted to do it maybe in your first month or 2 or 3? I believe it's very doable for someone brand new to hit $10,000, right? Like in earnings within their first 3 months. I really do. I don't think it's out of the question. I don't think it's asking too much. I don't think it's asking you to become this person that like you have to totally change. I believe anyone from where you are right now can do that. Right? So, number 1, for those of y'all that are already in my mentorship, right? And or those that are on the outside looking in, if you're trying to process whether or not like you want to make this decision, I'm telling you, first off, my mentorship is worth way more than the investment into the course. It just is. Worth way more than the investment into the course. One of my office hours on Tuesdays, in my opinion, you come prepared to gain insight, ask the right questions, and or just listen to other people's questions, can be worth more than the investment into the course all by itself. It really is about proximity and getting in the right space with the right people. And I feel like that's what my mentorship offers people. Yes, I am popping my collar because I know that I came into this space to do really important work, and it's manifesting that way. It is really important, good work that's helping a lot of people. And I need more people to know that such a space is available to them. So inside of the mentorship, I actually did a lesson in February 1st, called the Breakthrough Plan. And I broke down exactly how to do this as a brand new person, the exact plan. I share all the questions. I forget how many questions, but I broke down a gang of questions, right, that you can actually answer to help you with this process, right? A lot of questions to help you so you know how to share your journey. You don't even have to think about like, what do I share to share my journey? What do I say? It's all there for you. So for anyone in the mentorship, right, that feels like you're lost in this, there's no reason to be lost. Go watch that replay. Right? Your breakthrough game plan is in there. It's called a breakthrough game plan for a reason. For anyone that's on the outside looking in, that's what you have to look forward to, right? When you decide to take the first step for yourself. I got your back 100%. All right. So anyone can do this. All right. The reason I shared this is because when I broke down that breakthrough game plan, I proved to them that you have a lot to share and it has nothing to do with the fact that you haven't made $1 yet, or that you haven't reached certain milestones yet. You have a lot to share, and anyone can do this, right? No matter where you are when you're getting started. Why? Because anyone can literally share their day one. And the reason I want to keep talking about this off and on is because, again, I don't want you to miss all of this opportunity during your setup phases and your learning phase of not documenting and sharing, because literally, let's say you got started today. Okay, I'm going to use Veronica as an example. Okay. Veronica got her business set up in 3 weeks of getting started. Didn't know anything about any of this stuff. Brand spanking new, knew nothing. Okay. And if I were to say, Veronica, go back and recount day one and go share that on video, I'm certain she could. I'm certain she could share like what it felt like the first day she dove into the course and began to get things set up. I believe her most powerful content would have come on day one as she was diving in, if she knew to go out there and record a video about how she's feeling about the investment that she's made, how she's feeling about learning maybe the very first thing that she learned, how she felt when she jumped on my first webinar, right, hangout that we did as she was first getting started. That content would have been so powerful because it would have been so authentic to her excitement in the moment. Do you see why I say like it's so lost if we don't capture and capitalize on these moments of sharing our journey? No, this is exactly how I made 28 sales in my first 30 days. I didn't have any screenshots. I didn't lie to people. I didn't rent any Lambos or go on extravagant vacations to Fiji to prove to people that I was making money. I just literally shared my journey. I took everyone on this journey from day one, and I allowed them to experience what I was learning and everything that was coming from this every single day. And I just simply, at the end of my content and in my content, I just invited them to grab hold of this vehicle that I was leveraging, that I had so much faith in, that was going to help me, right, change my life, change my bank account. That's all that I could do. What else could I do? That's what I did, and that's what jump-started my business. And it's really been the way of my business for all of these years. It's uncomplicated, and literally anyone can do it. Okay? And you guys, the fun thing about screenshots and like sharing the money that you make is that for someone like me, it's not a big deal. I don't feel like I have to do it. I don't feel compelled to do it. And when I do it at this phase, I don't feel guilty. Why? Because I'm a journey sharer. I share my journey. And if I feel compelled to say, wow, y'all, like this is what I earned, whether I just speak it or whether I show it, it's still just a part of my journey. It's not like I only share when I make a lot of money. I'm sharing it all, right? And so when you get in that habit, your whole business just begins to be a lot more attractive. And write this down, and trustworthy. Because now it's just normal. Like if you've been sharing from day one and then you're like, hey, celebrate with me, right? I just had my first $1,000 week. It's kind of expected because you've been showing and sharing your whole journey. And you'll make more money by sharing your journey. All right. So literally you can begin sharing your day one, and I encourage you. I encourage you. All right. So I want to give you a bonus first content piece. All right. That anyone can do. Okay. Just a great idea. And if I was getting started today, I would totally do a piece like this. All right. So here's the content title. Guess what? I just invested $500 into, or any dollar amount. Guess what? I just invested $98 into, $58 into, $500 into. Why not start off your YouTube channel or your TikTok or your Instagram talking about the investment you just made into yourself, what you invested in, why you invested into it? Do you think that would set you up and get you excited to begin sharing day? You would almost feel obligated to continue to share, right? Because you jumped out there on day one and said, guess what? And you spoke in your content like you had 1,000 people already watching you. That's what I did, you guys, when I got started. I just assumed that people were going to find my content, and I spoke as if people were already there. There is no magical time to start outside of right now. Right now is the magical time to start. And you act as if the people are already there. And guess what? They will show up. They will show up. And so whether they find that video on your day 2 or on your day 365, it's still a valuable video. Why? Why is it still a valuable video? Because all you've ever got to be, please write this down as a reinforcer for you daily. All you ever have to be is 1, maybe 2 steps ahead of anybody you want to help. That's all you got to be. People want to know that I'm trying to get here. You've already been here. Show me how you did it. I don't need you to be a millionaire to show me how to make my first $10,000 online. I don't need you to show me how to make $100,000 online if I'm just looking to make my first $10,000 online. I don't need you to show me how to make my first $10,000 online if I'm just looking for the courage to get started. Well, if you've already gotten started, can you not be the courage or the encouragement for someone that's having a trouble getting started? See, I'm going to help you so much right now. They may look at me and perceive it as, well, of course, Steph, right? You have all these years served. Of course, it's easy for you to talk about just invest, just invest. I hear you guys, right? Just invest. It's easy for you. But if someone is like, yo, like I just invested $500 and like legit, I'm scared, but I feel good about it because I've been wanting to start making money online. And I felt like finally I found the right person, the right course, the right program. So while I'm scared, I did it, because if I never do it, I'm never going to be able to do it. And this course is supposed to teach me everything that I need to know about making money online. And so I'm just confident that I'm not stupid and that I made a good decision. And so now I'm going to follow the advice of my mentor, and I'm just going to dive in. So yeah, I'm scared, right? But I made the decision because I don't want to look up on December 31st and be mad that I never started. Y'all, that's a whole video right now. That is a whole video. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you not think I have goosebumps right now. Do you not think there is people out there right now that need to hear that? Do you see how that comes differently from someone in that position than someone like me? Yes, there are people that are out there that want to buy from me. That's never going to change. But I also don't have a cap on the market, because for some people, I just might not be relatable. But if someone's like, yo, I'm scared, but I still did it, because if I don't do it, I'm never going to do it. And I don't want to look up on December 31st and realize that I could have made a choice on February 13th that could have changed my whole year. And because I didn't make the choice then, I kept second guessing myself. And do you see what I'm saying? Someone could hear that and say, yeah, yo, I don't want that to be me either. That's wicked scary, right? You know what? She had the guts to trust herself. I'm going to trust myself too. And I'm going to buy this course also. Or at the very minimum, I'm going to subscribe and I'm going to keep paying attention. Or I'm going to go ahead and opt in. I'm going to become maybe her first lead. And I'm going to see what this program is all about. You realize not everyone out there is trying to follow the guru or the top person, whoever that is and whatever that is. Most people just need the encouragement that, you know what, I'm feeling the same way and I'm trusting you. That's, you guys, again, that's all I did when I first got started, is I was just honest. And again, in the mentorship, that breakthrough plan gives you all of the questions that you can consider to take people on an amazing journey right from your day one. Yes, Veronica says, right, that is real talk. Absolutely. And that's all that people want. That's all that people want. You show up on a daily like that, right? And of course, you learn how to, finesse your content in terms of giving the call to action and directing them on where to go to get the information. Yeah, you guys, the people that you hear that are newer people in the space that are making money, that's what they're doing. That's what they're saying. That's how they're leading people. They're not worried about perfection. They're worried about connection. I'm gonna say it again. They're not worried about perfection. They're worried about connection. And y'all, I'm on my day, what's 365 times 16, right? That's what day I'm on. And I'm still not worried about perfection. It still doesn't take me all week to master through a video. I get a video idea, I jot them talking points down, and I let it riff the next day. Or like today, my talking points were made this morning and I'm letting it riff tonight. And I have people, right, that are buying this course from me all throughout the week that are just discovering me. Because it's not about perfection. It's about connection. They don't feel my perfection. I don't even know what my perfection is. They feel my connection. They feel like I want to go where she's going. I want the course. I want to do this too. I've got to learn this. Yes, she's right. That's what they feel. Connection, or perfection, I should say, is kind of the thing that makes people wonder, can I do this? Can I do this? Does that make sense? Do you want your content to scream, can I do this? Or girl, I am in, right? I am in. Like I'm connecting so hard, I am in. It's up to you what you want your content to scream. That's me. I'm all about connection. All right. So again, by sharing in this way, all right, let's go into step number 5. Okay. You become a resource to others instantly. That is what you want. That's the entire purpose of this kind of business flow. You don't want to be seen as a guru. You don't need to be perceived as a guru. I never want someone to see me as a guru. You know why? Because I make plenty of mistakes. I mess things up. I probably misspell things. right? I create things and I'm like, oh crap, the login's all wrong for that, or I did this wrong. If I'm sitting up on some pedestal and I make these mistakes, well, I'm instantly knocked off that pedestal. Nope, not me, boo. That's not how I want to be perceived. I like to make mistakes and someone find my mistake and I say, see, anybody can do this. I want to be perceived as your big sis. I want to be perceived as someone that's just further ahead than you and is willing to say, hey, boo, here's my hand. Let's go. Right? Yep. Right here. Let's go. Buy the course. Let's go. Right? Join me on Tuesdays. That's how I want to be perceived. A resource. Right? That I know stuff and I'm willing to share it for the go-getters. I know stuff and I'm willing to share it for the go-getters. Right? So remember, all it takes is you being a step or two ahead of those that you desire to serve. That's it. That's it. Okay? So become a resource. Again, how anyone can use this plan to hit their first $10,000 online selling digital products. You choose how fast you want to do it. You choose. But this is the plan that will help you reach your first $10,000 online faster than most. Okay. Number 6. Okay. Why I love the digital product direction that I work and that I share with others. Number 1, the digital product that I told you you've got to buy in step 1. I didn't tell you which digital product. I just said you've got to invest in a digital product to learn from. All right. And the kind of digital products that me and my community, we invest our energy and our time into are digital products that more often than not, we can resell. So the roadmap that I referenced, that course, that is a digital marketing and online business training course that will teach you digital marketing and teach you the business of online business. Like it is that course that you want to have. Well, you not only get to learn from that course, but that course, guess what? It also gets to be a digital product that you can resell to others. I have a whole master resale rights digital store where any product you buy on there, right, you get to learn from and you can turn right back around, apply what I'm sharing here and sell that baby and be able to make money from. All right. So the digital product that you are learning from becomes the thing that you can sell, which allows you to get set up and in money-making position fast. I know something about this because that's what I did in 2007. I learned from an ebook and I had the rights to resell the ebook. And day number 3 of being on YouTube and selling that ebook, I made my very first sale. 30 days, I made 28 sales selling that ebook and the system around it. It started with the ebook and then other income streams opened up as well. Beautiful. So all I had to do was invest in one thing. And because I committed to what I shared here with you guys, learning from it, being inspired. Like I was beside myself. I'm like, I really lucked up and clicked on the right friggin' banner. Because that was such a brilliant start for me. Such a great confidence booster. So again, I love this path for new people. And I emphasize digital products because the product that you learn from is the product that becomes the thing that you can begin selling. And here's the thing. If you're out there sharing your journey, then guess what? Those that are inspired by what you're talking about and what you're sharing can easily take on and become a part of your journey by what? Making the easy decision to buy what has you so fired up or buy what you're talking about that you're learning from. Right? So if you invest into something, you begin learning from it, you get out there, you're sharing your journey. Right, you guys, this is how my spiel went. Another bonus for you when I first got started. This is where I am. And at that time, I was a nurse. I was broke as a joke. Did not like my financial situation. Did not like our financial situation. Right? In 100 days, I wanted to prove that I could go from being a newbie to actually having a business that was doing something. I wanted to prove that I could no longer be a newbie in 100 days. And there's things that I wanted, right? I wanted to change my financial situation, right? I wanted to create a new way of life for me. And this is what I was using to help me. And it was the ebook. So literally write this down. This is where I am. Because again, I'm not going to ever share anything with you that not anyone can do. So true statement. Does everyone have a right now? Doesn't matter whether you're brand new, just getting started, a little bit of experience on the struggle bus, made some money, made a lot of money. Does everyone have a right now? I have a right now. Okay. This is where I am right now. This is where I'm going over the next 90 days, 6 months, year, whatever. This is where I'm going. Have a vision and paint the picture. In the roadmap, the very first module teaches you vision building. Okay. Believe it or not, that's something that has to be taught because a whole lot of people are failing because they lack vision. They're holding on to the wrong thing and it's not their vision. This is where I am. This is the vision for where I'm going. This is what's helping me get there. It could be the course. It could be a digital product. It could be whatever. This thing right here that you're holding, if this is the thing that you've learned from and you're gaining all of your inspiration and insight and wisdom and ideas, why would someone not want to buy this if they can identify with where you are? Because they might be in the same place. And they can identify with your vision because they're like, wait a second. She said that by the end of this year, that she's going to have an extra 100K in her bank account, or that she's going to have an extra 50K in her bank account. Well, I want that. And if they can identify that they can do what you're doing, like that's all that I did, y'all. I saw what other people were doing in 2007. And literally, that's what I said. I said, I can do that. I can do that. And so that's why I had the guts to get started. So if someone can reason and say, that's where she is, I can identify. Doesn't seem like a guru to me at all. I can identify with where she wants to be at the end of the year or the next 90 days, whatever the vision is. I can identify with that because I would love that too. And I've never heard anyone talk about it like this and have the confidence to say they're going to do it. And it's all because they're learning from this thing or because they have this thing. Well, looks like I got to learn about this thing. What would inspire someone more to learn about a thing than the whole idea of, wait, she's going there? Well, I want to go there too. Anyone can do this. I hope you wrote down that plan. I hope you wrote down those 3 steps. Right? So literally whatever it is you're selling becomes a no-brainer. The digital marketing course with Master Resale Rights, complete no-brainer. Complete no-brainer. The way that I explain it, the way that I break it down, complete no-brainer. For someone that watches me, digs me, jibes with my vision, knows they're missing something to fulfill their vision, complete no-brainer. Now, here's what I want you to understand, okay? When someone likes something that you have on, right? Sweater, pair of jeans, whatever, all right? They like your sweater. You tell them where you got it, all right? We don't expect most people to say, okay, cool, I'm going to go to Michael's and buy the material to make it. We don't expect that, right? We expect them to say, Fashion Nova, fantastic. I'm going to the website right now. Right? Shein, Temu, whatever, right? I'm going right now. Right? Express, H&M, whatever, Macy's, right? I'm going right now. I'm going to go order, or it's on my list. We expect them to go buy where we told them we got something. If you guys hold true to that idea in your business, more people will buy from you. You will just be the logical choice. Your recommendation will just be the logical recommendation. People will trust it. Why? Because they're actually stepping up and they're saying, I like where you're going, or I like your approach. I can do this too. And when they recognize that the only thing stopping them is buying that thing so that they too can begin learning and going through this process, then you will become the logical choice and they will buy from you. Like, this is all you need to really know about selling when you're first getting started. You can finesse all these added skills later down the road, but if you can't get started sharing your journey, you're always going to find yourself kind of in this, like, I can't get out of first gear. Or you're trying so hard to perfect things that nothing just seems to come together. If you could just come back to me in 2007 and do what I did, which is what I shared today, your business will take off differently. And if you've already gotten started and you haven't worked this flow, start this flow right now. literally start this flow right now. Right? Go pay attention and answer those questions. Use those questions that are in the breakthrough plan. Right? For those of y'all that are just listening, if you're not ready to get started, right? Again, follow this if you are tapped into something and you're learning. All right. So with number 6, right? This is why I love this path. It's easy. And do you see why if you don't invest in yourself, this is so hard? It's harder. What are you offering? Why are you offering it? Why should I trust you? You don't even have a story around investing into yourself. Why should I invest into you? You guys, one thing I always tell the people that I work closely with, just all my mentorship group, is give people a reason to buy from you. But what is your reason? Why should someone buy from you? Why should they trust your judgment? I don't care how much it is or how little it costs. Why should someone trust your judgment? Why should they buy from you? You sharing your journey and your experiences, and one of the first things that you share is the fact that you invested in yourself, and that's how you kicked off all of this, right, is such a great first thing to share. Okay, it's a great thing to pave your path. All right. Number 7. Okay, so again, how anyone can use this plan to hit their first $10,000 by selling digital products online. Okay, again, this is like the newbie edition right now. Megan says fire. Thank you, girl. Number 7, this is so important, okay, because this is a real dilemma for newer people and or people that just constantly ride the struggle bus. Stop being a consumer and instead become a product of the digital product that you are selling. Stop being a consumer and start being a product of the digital product or digital products that you're selling. Okay? You'll actually start to sell them this way. You will actually start to sell them if you are in fact a product. Let that sink in and really process that. How do you think you would be different if you truly were a product of the digital marketing course with Master Resale Rights? Or any digital product you've recently have purchased? How would you be different? How would you show up differently? What stuff would you have differently to share? Do you think you would give people reason and cause to buy from you? Do you see how, again, in speed of implementation, why that's key versus thinking you made a bad decision, going out there buying a bunch of other stuff, still doing nothing with that, and then saying this whole industry is a failure or this whole industry is a scam or all people want to do is take your money. Stop giving people your money then. Stop being a consumer and start being a product, right, of whatever it is that you invest into, and more people will buy from you. So again, when you decide to invest and buy the kind of digital products that me and my community talk about and believe in and use ourselves, you're buying products that you become better because you're learning from. You're acquiring new knowledge. You're developing new skills. You're developing new behaviors. You're learning how to market. You're learning how to show up. You're learning how to create content. You're learning how to run your day. Like, you are learning. How can you not be made better? And when you truly become a product of what you are learning, right, then guess what? You should also be out there marketing, because that's part of being a product of all of this. We never leave off the marketing aspect. It's always about getting out there and sharing what you have to sell with others. This element right here will not only save you so much money, but it will make you so much money. And you'll make more money because you'll be spending, aka investing, less money into stuff that you probably don't need right now. So a consumer is someone that just buys something. A business owner is someone that invests into something and uses it for their advancement. All right? Uses it for their advancement. So become a product, right? And watch how things begin to change. Thank you, Veronica. I didn't realize you were writing everything down. Thank you so much. Yeah, number 7, stop being a consumer and start being a product of the product you were selling. Guys, you see why it's like irresistible when the right people fall upon my content and they're looking for, ways to learn how to make money online. The digital marketing course with Master Resale Rights makes sense. This is why they can make fast buying decisions, quick buying decisions. They can recognize it's what they need to help them get to their next level, to teach them what they need to know. I am a product, right, of what I actually invest into. I'm a product of what it is that I sell through and through. I give people a reason to purchase from me. I don't talk about blueprints and things that I have not experienced. It's like I said the other day, You have never heard me talk about a $50,000 a month blueprint or a $100,000 a month blueprint. I've not earned those amounts in a month. Are they my goals and milestones? Absolutely. I will talk about them once I hit them. I've made my first $10,000 online. I know what it takes to have $10,000 weeks. I know what it takes to have our $10,000 months, right? Soon I will know what it takes to have $10,000 weeks. And Veronica, you already know, right? When I slip up like that, usually it's not a slip up, it ends up being my reality. So I'm glad I slipped up like that. But I talk about things that I know because I'm a big advocate of being a product of whatever you're offering other people, period. Because I want to know that if I'm offering it, that I can stand behind it in good faith. Like, yeah, like this is legit. And if you have questions and I can answer your questions and I can direct you. You guys, number 8, this is exactly what I did when I got started as a newbie, except I never saw myself as a newbie. Number 8, never see yourself as a newbie. Number 8, never see yourself as a newbie. Okay, 3 important points with this one. I positioned myself and showed up as a leader from day one. How did I do that? I shared my journey. I shared why I was here, where I was going, and what I was using to get me there. I made a case for why I was promoting what I was promoting. I made a case for being on YouTube. I made a case for why I was starting this journey. I made a case for the product I was selling. I made a case for the right person, right for the product that I was selling. I began to lead people before I felt like I was even ready to lead people. But that's how people saw me because of the way I positioned myself. And all I did was share my journey. Right? And I had some authority behind how I was sharing it because I believed in where I was going and what I was offering other people. It wasn't just a means to make money for me. Like, I really believe people needed to know what I was learning in that ebook. And like I said, remember, I was brand new. And I would come to know that the majority of people that purchased from me were people that had been on the struggle bus online way longer than I had been online. Like, we're talking about had already been in multiple programs. And they were buying this ebook from me. Crazy, right? Crazy. They were buying it from me because I displayed some kind of leadership, right? That either they didn't already have out there, or they were like, oh, she must know something I don't know. I need this book. Never heard of it. Let me buy it. They saw it as hope. Yeah, they saw it as hope. Faceless content made someone $86K in January. Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's all out there, right? I know people that have done $500,000 in 5 months, $1 million in 3 or 4 months, $2 million in 9 months. Yes, people are making money. I'm not saying that's not happening. Absolutely, it's happening. There's a lot of money to be made, right? If you position yourself the right way, absolutely. Number 8. Oh, let me talk about the other points in that. All right. So with not seeing yourself as a newbie. All right. So number 1, I positioned myself and showed up as a leader from day one. Okay. I picked my lane and I led in it. So I talked about this today during office hours is I always found my solution in what I was offering. So like with that ebook then, I knew why I was offering it. It wasn't anything that anyone else was talking about. It was something unique I discovered with it. Just like the digital marketing course with master resale rights that I sell. I don't sell it. I don't think I sell it like anyone else that's out there. Because I don't need to play on the name because I understand the benefits. And I understand why people need this course and who needs this course and what it's going to get them. I don't need any of the extra things that people are doing out there. Because I chose my lane and I choose to lead in it. And I choose to be a help in this way, right? So even when you're new, it's the same thing. Find the reason for why you think what you're selling is so helpful and so useful and why people got to have it. Why do you have to have this? Why is this a difference maker for you? Allow that to be the reason why you are pushing it and insisting that people purchase this every single day. And guess what? People will begin to purchase it from you. I'm telling you. Right? Don't be like, you don't need to be like everybody else. Your reasons are going to be your reasons, and you'll find people that will identify with your reasons, and that will be exactly what they need to pull the trigger and decide to get started. And then number 3, under stop seeing yourself as a newbie, right? Same thing that I did, y'all. You can do the same thing. You can do the exact same thing. It doesn't matter that it's 2024 and that was 2007. Because the same way that I choose to lead in my business now, literally wasn't much different in 2007. I'm just better at it now. But I never saw myself as a newbie. There were things I knew I didn't know, but I didn't show up to play around. I didn't show up to pussyfoot. I didn't show up to be torn down by anyone. I believed it was a level playing field. And I really believed no matter who showed up, they could win. I really believed that there was so much possibility and potential for anyone that any of us can win. And let me tell you, just real talk, there were times in my business where I did, like later on, I felt like as a newer person, you guys, please, I want you to hear me on this. I can't lie to you about this. Because I've told people this many times, and if anyone's out there where I've told you this, like vet that I've said this, that newbie energy is nothing to play with. I wish I could go back all the time and harness that newbie energy and just ride that momentum that I had as a newer person. Because I felt like as I began to learn a lot, and everyone go, especially as long as I've been online, we all kind of go through that phase where we do want to be a guru, right? We do want to be looked up to. We want the recognition. I've been through all of that. So then, of course, you start playing the compare-itis game, and you start getting imposter syndrome, and you start going through all of this stuff. And it wasn't fun at that phase. I didn't have the momentum. There's just something about that raw new person. And when I say new person, I mean like you're new on the scene. Ride that momentum. Because when you don't feel like you are comparing yourself against anyone, and literally you feel like the playing field is so level, because that is the truth. The truth, it is level. And you never let go of that. I'm telling you, I lost so much momentum. I killed my business so many times because of, again, that tweener phase. Now I'm in a phase where I hope you guys really get this. I'm sharing this because I know someone needs to hear this, because I wish I could have heard this from someone, but I didn't. I had to discover this on my own. I genuinely, like when I root for someone, I genuinely am rooting for someone. I know their success takes nothing away from me. I genuinely am so excited for people that make so much more money than I am. I don't sit here wondering anymore why they make more money than I do. Why are they shining? And well, I don't question that at all. And I think a part of it clearly is my walk with God. Like, I understand that my promises are my promises. What's made for me is made for me. I'm on a complete journey that I'm supposed to be on. Other people's promises are not my promises. But I feel like being in that space where I can be so genuine about anyone's success. But you know why also I'm so like genuinely excited? Because it means that the availability is out there for all of us. Right? I don't know what your share might be. I don't know what my share is eventually going to, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm ever going to tap out on what my share of my potential is, but I can be genuinely happy for anyone out there winning, knowing it doesn't mean a doggone thing about me. It doesn't minimize me or anything. And in that, I've actually had more success because I can go into everything completely joyful, knowing that I am in my lane, doing this thing the way that I'm supposed to do it. And it's not about sitting here like killing myself over, well, dang, like, why is it happening so fast for them? Or they've only been online for this length of time. I've done all that. And it just doesn't serve anyone. It serves no one. It's like Jim Rohn says, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. So instead, I just focus on honing my own skills, right? Being a leader to the people I'm supposed to lead, creating opportunities and environments and containers to serve the people that I am blessed to be able to serve, being grateful over every single sale, right? Positioning myself for more success by being helpful and useful and being a servant to people that, that I have, again, the privilege of being able to serve, putting offers out there that I feel good about, just literally like running my race. And a lot of that, again, when I was new, that's how I felt. But then it's like when you start to rise, you start to think that, oh my gosh, we're all fighting against each other. And that's not it at all. You want to find your flow, live in your flow, elevate in your flow, right? And attract people that just vibe off of like where you're going and they want to go with you too. And just be at peace with the entire journey, with the entire process. And just commit to your learning, commit to your evolution, right? Commit to your growth. Just commit. Right? And just know it's a daily progress of getting better and helping other people as well, right? As the people show up because you're creating all this amazing content, because you're sharing your journey, right? Again, we just keep pressing on. We're not trying to reach something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we're not, I know we have these financial goals. I certainly do, but I don't feel like I'm trying to reach anything. I just feel like I'm in a space of doing and being. And like I already feel like that result is there, and I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. And it will, one day I'll look up and I'll be like, oh wow, like certain amount of money hit my bank account. Like that's just how I believe it's going to happen. And believe it or not, in that peace, it just gives you the peace to do what you've got to do, like just knowing it's all going to work out. Biggest piece of advice I can give you if you're just getting started. Ride whatever that momentum and whatever that high is, right, when you're first getting started, and just never be too big for your business. Never be too big for helping people, right? Never allow like your success to like be ahead of you, where you totally forget that your success is dollars, and those dollars were in the pockets of other people that believed in you. So continue to believe in people, continue to run your business, right, in a way where it's pleasing to people, meaning where people like take great joy in investing into the things that you have to offer, and your business will continuously grow. Like you will build a base for continuous business. I'm telling you, this is exactly what I am living and experiencing in my business right now, right? Number 9, and this kind of, I guess, falls in line with it. I was like kind of ahead of myself, but fall in love with the entire process and trust it, and it will come across in your marketing. I don't think there's anyone that can say, Steph, you just about the money. Oh, no. Yeah, I am about the money. I am about the money. I do sell things, and I expect to get paid very handsomely for what it is that I do, which is why I'm very choosy over what I sell. For sure. But I don't think anyone can say, like, that girl does not love what it is that she does, that she does not love helping people. Right, that she's in it just for the money and she'll say anything to make a sale. I don't think there is anyone out there with good intention, right, that can say that is my mojo or that is my motive. So if you fall in love with the entire process and you like release the shackles, right, stop being all bound up and bent up and all these things, right, that come along with this, and just really fall in love with the process. Trust the process. Like if you just understood how much money is out there and how many people there are in the world that want what you have to offer, and the only thing that separates them and their money from you and your products is your content. Don't create the content. Don't call in the people who have the money to pay you. Okay? Say it again. I've been saying it for a long time. My job is to create the content that connects with my buyers that are already out there. Every single person, this is the part you might want to write down. And you might want to like journal around it every single day until it becomes an absolute knowing for you. Because as someone newer in this space, the one thing you've got to understand is that you're not creating any customers. Like your content doesn't magically birth a person that's going to buy from you. Every single person that's going to buy any product, services, or offers from your business in 2024, they are already out there. They are living, breathing beings right now. They are doing something out there in the world right now. The only thing stopping them from being a customer of yours anytime throughout this year, or them not knowing you right now and being able to buy from you next week, because that's what happens in my business. It's real. Over half of my customers so far in 2024 are people that did not know me in 2023. How about that? That should be inspiration to you. That literally the playing field is wide open. And if anyone is here, they'll vouch. We were not in connection in 2023. So a lot of people didn't even know me in 2023. They didn't know my channel. I didn't know them. They weren't on my email list. So every single person that will become your buyer in 2024 is already out there. The only thing separating them from being your customer is your content that connects with them and calls them in. Do you guys see how there cannot be a truer statement? That's how people become aware of us and make their buying decisions. I don't care what platform it is. It is your content that you will create that will connect with them, call them in. They will become moved by what you're doing, and then they will move their money to you. If you understand that, you will see why this plan made so much sense to activate so much sooner than later. Because literally, when I see my sales, the first thing that goes in my mind is like, what if I didn't do that one video? I don't know which video moved them or called them in. But what if I just was not in the habit of doing regular content? See, I don't get to judge what is good or bad content. I don't get to judge whether or not I do the content. I just have to do it because I don't know what's going to be the content that's going to connect. I just know it will be content. So the more content I do designed to speak to them, doing everything that I know how to do right, and then just, again, trusting the process. And because I know I love what it is so much that, again, that love, as corny as that may sound, but again, that's infused in my content. That's infused in my marketing. They can't help but see how much I love what it is that I do, right? And that further connects them with me, helping, right, to speed up the buying process in a lot of times. Do you see how anyone can follow this plan? So again, if you know that every dollar you want to earn in 2024, the buyer is already out there. Do you see how you are the one that is standing in the way? You are the only one that's standing in the way. It's not the algorithms. It's not anything outside of you and you creating the content to connect with them. That's it. Number 10. Okay, so again, let's go with number 9. Fall in love with the entire process, trust it, and it will come across in your marketing. Number 10, that's going to lead people to connecting with you and people will pay you. Cha-ching. Step number 10, cha-ching. Did anything here that I mentioned, talking about don't do any of this until you've made some money? What experience do you get if you don't do this? Like, riddle me that. What experience do you gain that should come first before you begin to follow such a plan? What makes sense to do prior to this to prepare you for doing this? Doesn't it seem like this the most logical choice? This is the most logical plan to go from someone just getting started to getting your booty out there and creating the awareness and begin calling in people that want to go on this journey with you or want to experience the same outcome that your business and products give them? Everything else outside of this sounds like it delays it. It draws it out. It keeps you from it. It keeps people from you. Where if you just make the decision from day one that you are a resource, you're going to share your journey. Again, everything that we described here, essentially invest, dive into what you invest in, learn, embrace the journey, love the journey, become inspired, gain ideas. Again, just take it all in. Instantly begin to share that journey with other people and allow people to pay you because they see the brilliance in what it is that you're doing, where you're going, and they want their share as well. Why wouldn't they buy the digital product from you that has you in such a way of doing what it is that you do? Why would they not buy it from you? What else is there to buy from you? It makes sense to buy the product from you. And guess what? The right people will. Right? Congrats. You're a newbie no more. Follow this plan. Again, congrats. Right? You are a newbie no more. Let me know if you're here live and you're like, I can do this. Right? I can do this. Now, this is why I'm so down, again, for helping people that have yet to make their first $10,000 online. Because the fact of the matter is there's more people out there trying to figure this out that want to win that are not winning because they just don't know how, or they're falling for lies, or they're falling for things that are just not in their best interest. And I'm not saying it's bad people that are selling you these things, but one thing I can tell you is that when I decided to step away from the biz ops, that's when I just simply decided I was not going to be a part of the problem any longer. That I really wanted to make sure that whatever I introduced people to, that it really was about setting them up for success that can become theirs, ownership and control. And that's what I love about, this path that we are all on right now, is that we get to, number one, invest in high quality digital products, right? So number one, the course is like that first thing that we buy. Why? Because it gives us the digital marketing knowledge, the digital marketing skills, and it teaches us the business of online business. Allows you to turn right back around and create opportunity for yourself. Whether that's turning an idea that you have into something to sell as a digital product, or whether it's turning around and selling the course as your first digital product, allowing you to earn $500 every single time someone buys the course from you. And then you also get ownership because you get to download the course and actually own it. So no one is ever snatching away your opportunity. You'll always be able to learn from it. You'll always be able to earn from it. It'll be a digital asset in your business. Right? Huge, huge. So you invest, you follow this process, right? And you get your booty to $10,000, right? Faster than the average person. But you got to decide to do what the average person doesn't do when they come online. When you know that about 84% of all people that attempt businesses fail, they're failing right now. Okay? We can't be like the norm. We can't be like the masses. So if you even have an inkling that you're thinking like the masses, you are acting like the masses, you are behaving like the masses, you're throwing away your money like the masses, right? You're doing the things that they're doing. You're making decisions like the masses. You're going to stay amongst them. Things like this plan that I broke down, it's not what the masses do. All right. The masses would rather try to figure out a way to free 99 all of this. Never invest in themselves, but then be so surprised that nobody will invest into them. Let me tell y'all, like, the funniest thing. When I used to be in the biz op world, right, it was always the person that would ask me, 50 gazillion questions, delay getting started, and have all of these reasons. And when they finally invest, they go out there, they get one lead, and they're like, what is it taking them so long to join? And I'm like, are you friggin' kidding me? It's always the person, right, that expects people to behave differently for them, but they never behave the same way, right? They had a gazillion questions, but they're surprised other people have one question, or they're taking a little bit of time, right? No, that's why most people fail. That's why most people fail, is because they're not willing to do. They're not willing to trust. They're not willing to take action, right? The way that, again, like the 15 to 10% of us, right, are doing that are actually winning. It does take a measure of trust and faith and belief. And the best way that I can describe it is do for your business the way you want others to do for you. If you want other people to take action in what you're doing, then be an action taker. Be an action taker for yourself. That way you can be a person of integrity when you set that as the expectation for those that fall upon your information and your content, right? And trust me, you will call in those people because they'll see you and they will know you as an action taker based upon the journey and the stories that you share. They're like, she was scared and she said she invested. Who said that I can't be scared and invest in myself? Who said I can't be scared and get started? Who said that I have to feel 100% solid about this decision? There might be a little bit of fear, but at the same time, while I'm afraid, I know it's the right decision to make. People need to hear that. They need to know that. Again, that's why sharing your journey is so doggone important. Being transparent, so doggone important. Being a real human, so doggone important. Right? Thank you. I know you can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Or I would not show up speaking to who I speak to the way that I do if I did not believe that anyone could do this. It's simply a plan. But if you go into this plan, show you're right. You have a knowing this is working for you, or a knowing that you are making this work for you, or a knowing that this is your success plan, it just hits differently. It just hits differently. Right? And that's how I want you to go into this. Right? So if you are ready to take action, I would love to invite you into my community where you get access to free mentorship, free guidance, free support to help you on this journey. So the program, or the course, is not a program. The course that we leverage to make sure that anyone that's getting my mentorship has access to all the training that they need is through the digital marketing course with Master Resale Rights. That's where you're going to learn digital marketing, learn the business of online business, learn how to get set up for online business success, and set yourself up for long-term success. When you invest into that digital marketing course, right, you're also going to get access into my mentorship community for a limited time right now. It costs you nothing. All right. I don't know how long. That's being real, right? I just felt led to give it away at this point still. But for a limited time, you get access to it for free. Once you're in for free, you're in for free. All right. So you have a mentorship hub that has additional resources, has additional training. Right now, we're doing an online business growth blitz. That's been amazing. It's going to help you gain a lot of clarity over your business, direction, and really help you in taking the steps necessary so that you go out there building your business the right way. So a lot of things that we don't cover in a lot of training out there, the roadmap does cover it, but I just go deeper to really help people get it. The feedback has been amazing. So that's just one instance of, again, additional guidance, additional mentorship, right, to help you in your process. And so we're always doing things like that. I do office hours on Tuesdays. So on Tuesdays, my Zoom room is open. You can pop in, ask questions, get guidance, have conversation, learn from other people, learn from myself. And it's just a space for you to know that you're supported and to get the guidance that you need on this journey so that you know you're never in this all by yourself. And then on top of that, we do additional pop-up training sessions. And again, just a space for you to be supported. So it's very light, get in where you fit in, use what you want to use, but it's awesome to know that you're just not in this all by yourself and that you have solid mentorship, right? From someone that walks the walk and is really about the success of other people. All right. Veronica says the mentorship and the hub are amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love hearing that. And I love it. Her Digital Lemonade sent me over a message today and she's like, oh my God, it just keeps getting better. And that's what I want to hear. That's exactly what I want to hear. So essentially you invest in yourself because you're I need these skills. I need to learn these things, right? You see that your business and that you are important enough to invest into, right? I got your back, right? That mentorship is there for you. Right. So the link is down below in the description, goprowithsteph.com. Go there to get all of the information. It's $500 to get started with the course. No ongoing investments, no monthly investments, no upgrades, $500 one time, right? That locks you in. Even as they make updates to the course, you never pay more. Right now we have 2.0, and I know there's a 3.0 version coming sometime in the very near future. You get access to all the additions for free. You're going to learn everything from setting your business vision all the way down to learning all of the individual platforms that you can market on. So if you're like, I would love to learn Pinterest, there's Pinterest, complete training there for Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I did the YouTube training, Facebook. It's all there for you. So like literally everything you need to learn, right, about getting to 6 figures in your online business and learning these digital marketing skills that will help you continuously pay the bills, right? It's in this course. So many ways that you can leverage this information, right, to keep you in business for the long term. That's me, 16 years. And I'm only here because over the years, I learned these skills, right? I learned these skills. And there have been, trust me, many times in my business where I have used these skills to provide amazing services in the marketplace that have paid me a lot of money by being able to help other people do things that they just either couldn't do for themselves or didn't want to do for themselves. So please write this down. Skills pay the bills. These gimmicks and these, trends, those aren't the things that pay the bills. They might make you some money, but literally skills pay the bills. And that's exactly what you get from this course. Right? You can pay through PayPal, you can pay through debit card or credit card. And if you want to extend your payments, there is a payment plan in place through Klarna or Afterpay. So that allows you to get started now and to be able to spread out your payments. And guess what? You're going to learn how to get that set up for your business as well in the course. So if you want to be able to not have the risk of payment plans on your shoulder, I know how that is too, right? We show you how to get set up with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay so that you can help your customers spread out their payments, not only for buying the course from you, but anything that you want to sell. This, again, that's a skill set that you now have that you'll be able to implement with anything that you do. And let me tell you something, that skill set, that strategy is called a conversion strategy, and it will make you more money. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So you learn that in the course as well. When I discovered the small tweak I needed to make in order to implement that, I was like, that was worth my investment all by itself, because it's been a game changer in my business. I've been able to help more people make buying decisions in my business because of having that as a part of my business. So it's brilliant. So take action down below. If you have any questions once you go through the information, just hit reply on the email that you'll receive from me. Let me know your question. I don't play the convincing game. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to give you a presentation. I'm not here to tell you what it's all about. It's all there. It's all there. That's not where my energy is in my business. It's all there, right? The sales page tells you everything about what you get. It talks about the master resale rights, everything you need to know, it's there. And I want you to have comfort in that. Why? Because you're going to set up a system just like that. And your buyers are going to be able to go through the system and pay you without you having to answer a gazillion questions. And I never want you to play the convincing game. All right. Again, I want to teach you the way to market so that you attract responsible buyers that are like, yes, this is what I need. Right. And they can take action without you having to spend hours and hours and hours convincing them. Nobody has time for that. Right. So we help you get set up in such a way where literally you call in, right? Those are like, yes, this is what I need, right? This is what I need, right? And trust me, it just makes business so much fun for yourself, a lot more fun this way, right? Than trying just to convince people or attract anybody. You don't want that, right? You don't want that. I want to help you play a higher game when it comes to all of this. And I'm telling you, this puts you in the big leagues when it comes to positioning yourself to make money in this way. All right. I really hope that you are leaving better than when you came. Make sure that if you're newer here, make sure you subscribe, make sure you click on notifications. And again, if you're ready to lock in mentorship, right, go to goprowithsteph.com, get in the course and email me. Let me know, Steph, put me in the mentorship, right? And I will make sure to get you locked into the mentorship where you'll get access to all of the additional guidance and support to help you on this journey. Hope you guys are leaving better than when you came. Have a fantastic night. Take action. I'm telling you, this plan will work for you if you will trust it and if you will work it. All right. Have a great night, guys. I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Bye-bye.